We are live. How's it going, Power Geeks? Surfer here, and it's been such a long time since we've done a live video. And first and foremost, I would like to thank every one of you guys who have supported the latest videos that we did. We did the Valentine's Day video, that was really awesome, and we also did the Power Ranger cereal commercial. And it was awesome, and I thank you guys so much for checking those videos out. It means a lot to us, and if you're just tuning in, make sure to hit that like button because it helps us get the video out there for everybody else to watch. So everybody that's watching, just click that like button. It helps us out a lot. And yeah, let's get talking to our topic of the week. Okay, so Hasbro, as you guys know, is now in charge of the Power Rangers franchise, and they have brought us some great news. I would like to talk first about the Lightning Collection, because the Lightning Collection seems really awesome, and it's definitely something I'm looking forward in collecting because I don't know if you guys are aware of the SH Figure Arts line. They used to do the Super Sentai Power Ranger figures, and I love those because they look just like the characters in the show, and the detail on them were just very great. And now the Lightning Collection that Hasbro has just announced is literally kind of what the SH Figure line did, and it's really awesome because I also love the fact that they're adding the character faces on as a feature for the figures, and I just think that's really awesome. And I liked the announcement that they made for the Rangers that are being released right now, and yeah, I'm really happy that Brennan was one of the first Rangers from the Lightning Collection, and it's going to be awesome.
Well, first of all, let's give some facts.
All right, some
Sorry,
facts!
Guys. I was having some technical difficulties. As soon as Danny started the video, something flew into my eye, and I couldn't see anything. So I, disappeared for a second. Oh. But it is out of my eye now. I can see.
Yay.
So the Lightning Collection for Wave 1, there's going to be multiple waves. The first wave that is already announced and out for pre-order is going to be MMPR White Ranger with the face of Tommy.
Of course.
We're going to have SPD Shadow Ranger with Doggy Kruger's actual headpiece. We're going to have Lord Zed with no headpiece because he only has one head. He doesn't take off his mask. And of course, like Danny said, we're going to have Mighty Morphin Red with Tyler, aka Brennan's face. And we already pre-ordered that one, of course.
Ooh, yeah, that's going to be awesome.
On the website, I believe it only lets you order 2 of each, but they are super affordable. Hasbro has them for only $19.99 and free shipping. And typically, one SH figure would run about starting at $50.
I think so.
So 50
they were
and up.
$60.
Yeah, especially the Koryuger, which is the Dino Charge equivalent. Those are very pricey. So the quality of these toys is pretty awesome.
And I think I know for sure I'm gonna be collecting them. So let me know if you guys want to see some unboxing videos on the figures, because I know that a lot of you guys like the unboxings for toys, and I've been requested a lot lately that I do more unboxing of the figures. It's something I don't normally do, but it's been a request frequently. I know in Texas, that was something that they asked me to do, was oh dude, you should get into unboxing toys and stuff.
I like opening toys. It's fun.
I mean, I love it.
Oh no!
I think it's awesome. My piece just fell off.
More
it's broken.
technical difficulties.
But it's definitely something that I am looking forward in doing. So yeah, just let me know if it's something you guys want to see
There's
coming up.
There's going to be a whole bunch of toys. I mean, we're not just talking a couple toys. We're talking about a whole new company, which is Hasbro, has released so many toys. They did It was, I believe, last year was New York Toy Fair, which is when all the companies release all the
Mhm.
toys that they're going to be releasing. So not just Hasbro, but like every toy that's going to be coming out. But Hasbro really brought their A game. I mean, we've been to cons and we've seen the Bandai booth, and it's kind of like not much going on at the booth. It's just like, here's the toys. There you go, look at them. But Bandai, I mean, Hasbro really had it like super interactive. We saw making the rounds the new Beast Morpher's actual Morpher, which is pretty similar in design to the Go Buster, but it's voice activated. So you literally get to say like, it's morphin time, and it responds to you, which is super cool because most of our Morphers don't respond to us. They're just like, you press the button.
Yeah, and I think it also has the sound effects. So when you're doing the motions to like fight and stuff, it also does the cool whoosh sound effect. So we don't have to say it anymore.
I think as a kid that makes it even more like
it's more fun.
Because it's literally taking you like, you're the one that says it's morphin time, and then you morph, and they have released like really cool the masks. I've seen them do a really good job with like the Marvel collection. I have like the Black Panther and the Spider-Man.
That's actually what most of my Ranger fan has talked about, is that before they even announced anything, we were like, yo, these toys are going to be awesome just because, Hasbro handles the Transformers line, the Marvels line, all, really well. And we were looking at some of the figures from
the Star Wars
line, and we were just really detailed. So we were really excited to see what, they were going to do with Power Rangers, how were the figures going to be? And I was honestly, like, in all honesty, I don't like the figures being over buff. I don't like to see super muscular,
Yeah. And I think they look super realistic.
That's one of the things I really didn't want for Hasbro to do, and I am just very happy that they didn't do that.
They kept the Rangers, like, as soon as you see a Ranger promo, they're like sleek.
Yeah,
They're not like, unless it's like a Zhu girl. Then but that's like the exception. But I mean, we were doing like research before any of the toys got announced, so we would go be like, let's see what they released for Spider-Man, let's go see the web shooters and the mask, and all their stuff was really cool. So we were like, let's see how they apply this,
of course,
to Beast Morphers, and I think they did such a cool job. I'm looking at a bunch of their toys, but I honestly, the best thing I think that they're doing is the prices. Because we used to go to Toys R Us every week.
Yeah.
All of us every week to check out the toys. And one of the complaints we always heard in the aisles was like, why is this so expensive? And it turned off a lot of people from buying Power Ranger collection stuff because they couldn't justify spending $60 for like a little Morpher that has like nothing. Yeah. I mean, we did it only because we needed that piece. But the fact that like I
think just like any other fan is like, it hurts your wallet, but you need it because you're collecting. You're also a collector. You're buying the things you love. And you're supporting the franchise, which is great.
But you had to like pick and choose like which one did I want. But looking at these prices, like $10, $20, I don't see anything over like $40 really. Yeah. That's super affordable. Like if you were to buy the whole Lightning collection, that's $80 for 4 amazingly detailed figures.
Agreed.
And like that's really reasonable compared to how much we used to pay for toys previously.
Yeah.
So I think the price points, people are really going to get into collecting again, because I think that was the issue. Some things would sell, but because they're so expensive, people would be like, oh, I'm only going to get these ones and only these ones. But now people could literally be like, oh, I'm going to get the whole set.
Grid Battlers. And I think the other great thing that they're doing is that they're doing items that, I don't know what's the right word for this.
Describe.
Like the backpacks.
Oh, like day-to-day functional?
Yeah.
Yes, we've heard so many people. I don't know if you guys have seen, they're releasing like a really classic looking, just like backpack. A sports backpack, but it has this, of course, on it, and it just looks like, I could use this. Like, you could use this every day.
It's like so cool, and I think they're being really smart because they're not targeting just the young viewers. They're targeting all of us fans that are now older, and we need things for everyday life. And I just think it's great that they're doing that as well.
Especially since we all go to conventions so much and
Yeah.
we all carry backpacks, bags, and we want to represent what we like. So now buying that backpack and then putting all of our Power Morphicon exclusive like Beast Morphers pins on there, like it's gonna be a hot item. I know that bag is gonna sell out wherever they're selling it, and we're gonna have to go as soon as those are released and look for them. Another thing I saw, I'm going through like all the pictures of all the items. They already released what the Halloween costumes look like.
The Halloween costumes look
and
cool.
They look pretty awesome. Like, I wasn't sure how they were going to translate the costumes, but they look really cool. And I know we're going to see those pretty early, way before Halloween in stores, but hopefully they come out with some adult size costumes, because those are pretty cool. I know they did it for the Power Ranger movie and the Mighty Morphin, so we'll see if Hasbro is smart and is like, hey, there's cosplayers, they want things.
Let's make something for them.
Yeah, maybe we'll get something. Who knows? But I think that's pretty cool.
I agree. And, this season, too, based on some of the actors that, are casted in the show, like, everybody's super excited and so positive. And I just think that, it's just going to be a great season. I think it's going to be a good year for Power Rangers coming up. They also announced that they're not working on a sequel, but maybe a reboot for the film.
Yes, is it Paramount, I think?
Yeah, with Paramount. And I think it's awesome. I don't know what direction they're going to go with, but I think it's definitely great. I love all this attention that Power Rangers is getting all over again. It proves that, it's still alive. And
yeah, I think the good thing is at Toy Fair, I mean, I love toys aside from Power Rangers, so I follow like toy collectors on Instagram, and so many of them aren't in the Power Ranger community, but they're posting the toys and just being like, their minds were blown by the toys that were being released, and they're just like, oh, I need to collect this too now. So I feel like we're gonna have a bigger market of new collectors who want this stuff.
I think what was great also about the Hasbro booth is that they had the actual Megazord on display.
Their booth looked really cool.
It looked really great, and it's great for all the old fans that don't know Power Rangers. It's like, here's the Mighty Morphin Megazord. Everybody knows Mighty Morphin, and it's great. It's a great attention grabber. And the booth also demonstrated a lot of little cool gashapon things of Mighty Morphin, as well as Wild Force, SPD. So it's
the fact that they're going to other past seasons is really exciting.
They're going to other past seasons in a great direction, because the Wild Force Megazord
looks really cool.
It looks really cool. But it is definitely a child's.
Yeah, it's stylized like the, what is it called? Not the Fisher Price, but I totally forgot what they're called. But it's stylized like a kid version, but it's so cool looking that you want it.
Yeah, and it's Wild Force. Out of any other season, they could have picked Wild Force. I think that's great. It's awesome, and I like that they're touching.
Not just let's start over at
NPR. Because I think that's what Bandai did, is they attacked Mighty Morphin, and they were going to order Mighty Morphin, and then we didn't get Turbo. We didn't get In Space, except for the
just the figures.
Yeah, just
that's
the figures.
Pretty much all we got. Yeah. But I can't wait to see. This is just the first year, so I feel like they're testing the waters. But if they're willing to, off the bat, like they just bought this and being like, here's all these cool toys. Oh, we're gonna give you guys like Wild Force, and I believe, is it a Wild Force anniversary this year? So if they are like honoring that, then it makes me excited for all the next years that they release toys, because we're gonna be getting like so much more cool stuff.
Jimmy actually just commented something very important, and I think it is.
I see.
It is a great comment. He says Hasbro actually cares. Well, Hasbro has shown in the past that they care about not just the properties that they buy. They also care about the fans. They listen to the fans, they hear what the fans want, and they try their best to give the fans what they want.
I think a really good example of this is when we went to go see Bumblebee, and they had so many like Easter eggs for hardcore Transformers fans. So like if you were casual just to see the movie, you wouldn't catch it. But we went with like hardcore Transformers fans, and they caught it, and they appreciated the fact that Hasbro went through like that to put that in there for them. So it's like really nice to see that they're doing this for us. It feels like they're just going all gung ho and they're like, here we are, guys. Yeah. We're one of you. I think, well, let's see. I saw a good comment here. Where did it go?
We're going to try to get to all the comments, but
this comment caught my eye because it was something that like we didn't even think about. So Toku Kid said, I'm excited when Hasbro will eventually make prop toys like they do for Marvel and Star Wars, which I was like, oh my god, so true. If you guys don't know, Hasbro makes like legit like collector but also cosplay worthy like props. Like they have like the helmets like to the size and they work and they're like fully functional and they look good. So if they do that for they do it for Transformers, Star Wars, Marvel, if they do that for Power Rangers, we're
gonna have a lot better than legacy items.
Yeah, and usually their stuff is not that expensive. I know that we have friends who have bought like the Thor hammer. I wanted the Black Panther mask. We've bought like some of their stuff.
The Iron Man helmet,
the Captain
really
America
cool.
shield.
Captain America shield is
so none of them they're like $150 at most, but for the quality they are, like they're really cool.
I mean, the cool things that we got that were legacy for Power Rangers was, you know, Saba. Saba was an amazing piece.
Yeah.
The Dragon Dagger was also amazing. The Power Sword, the only issue I have with the Power Sword is just the blade.
That it's just the plastic.
It's plastic, you know, but if Hasbro decides to, I mean, they're going to do it eventually, you know, if you guys, you know, want the stuff and demand it, they're going to listen and they're going to do it, but I know they're going to do it good.
Yeah, and the other thing that I'm super excited about is Hasbro really does keep an eye on like Instagram, message boards, all that, because from the past, during like, let's say, you know, one of the biggest conventions in the world, Comic-Con, the exclusives they release are so heavily influenced by fans that I'm excited to see what they're going to release for Comic-Con or like one of the big cons that fans talk about. You know, the things where you're like, oh my god, it would be so cool if they did this, but they're never going to do that. And then like, there it is. They've announced it. So what if they do like a Forever Red, like a pack of something, or like all there was, I don't know, something cool. But I know that they're gonna come out with cool stuff because I've seen them do it with Transformers, My Little Pony, Star Wars. So I think that's exciting. That's the best thing, I think, that we're excited again about like the toys.
I am definitely excited for the toys, and I you know, like Marisol said, the Beast Morpher, you know,
it's interactive.
It's interactive, and the size on that, you know, for all of us fans, you know, every time we look for a Morpher, we want, you know, what we see on TV. Yeah. And Bandai has been lacking on that lately. And, you know, again, they're targeted for children, but us
even
fans,
then, the quality, you know, for the price.
Yeah, you know, and, you know, most of us, what we end up doing is we just, you know, end up buying Bandai Japan because their Morphers look way better, you know. But we got our first glimpse at and review on the Beast Morphers Morpher, and it looks just like Go Busters Morpher. Yeah. You know, with more, you know,
effects
and features on it.
I have the Go Busters Morpher. I've had it for a couple years because it's one of my favorite seasons ever. And don't get me wrong, I love that Morpher. It's cool, but it does not respond to my voice when I say it's Morphin time. So I'm super excited about this Morpher. So I saw another comment that said, back to what we were talking about, the full-size Captain America shield. They said, imagine a full-size Dino Thunder Triceratops shield, which is true. Like, we have no idea what they could be planning. Just the fact that they threw out like Wild Force, and then like the 4 characters that they picked for Wave 1, which is SPD, Dino Charge, and MMPR. Like, they could literally pick from any season and do any toy, and we're just gonna have to sit back and watch and wait. Yeah.
I agree. And you know, for us, the fans, you know, we all have our different favorite seasons, you know, and you know, I like that they're doing this Lightning collection with a helmetless piece.
Yes,
because, you know, we also fall in love with these characters, you know?
Like,
it's not just
out of costume.
out of costume. These characters have character developments that, you know, each and every one of us connects to, you know, and I think it's great. And it also gives, you know, the actors, you know, their own personal, you know, figure, which is
like, we get to remember,
now
we get to remember Brennan as Tyler, and why we fell in love with Dino Charge Red. It's because the way Brennan portrayed Tyler,
you know, the character.
So Jimmy came up with a really cool point. He said Hasbro revealed a Ghostbusters Transformers crossover, so nothing is off the table. It's true. We could literally see like any of their properties.
Yeah,
crossing over. We could see SPD or like Space or any of the like possible, like with Star Wars, or we could see like My Little Pony with Wild Force. Like, it's crazy the things that they could do. They could do anything. I mean, they own it, and we would buy it. So we have a bunch of comments. Let me go back to we had a super chat.
We're going all the way to the top now to read the comments.
Jimmy's a Geek said, buy yourself a toy at Dollar Tree. Super chatted us $1.99. Thank you, Jimmy.
Hey, Dollar Tree has some good snacks for $1.
I've seen some Power Ranger stuff end up there too. So everyone's just saying hi. And
hi.
Saying definitely gonna go pick those up. Someone said, dang, $20 for a Doggy Kruger toy. $20 is a very reasonable price.
$25 is great.
You guys can pre-order it right now.
Yeah, and you guys can pre-order. I think the only pre-order that's out right now is for Dino Charge Red. And they also announce as an exclusive for GameStop the Goldar figure for the Lightning Collection. And I think that's cool.
And he looks really good too. So you can pick up all 5 figures for $100. Super reasonable, and not just the figures look good, but the art on the boxes is really, really nice. It makes me kind of not want to open them. Or, I mean,
I'm gonna open them just to show you guys.
For collectors, a lot of people buy it too. So $40 for 2 figures where you keep one in box, display one, that's still not bad. $40, still not too bad. Someone said, I'm gonna get Lord Zed and SPD Shadow. Someone said, I kind of regret buying the Legacy Dino Thunder figures now before Bandai lost the license. I mean, we all have regrets, but I mean...
Honestly, I didn't buy any of them just because I didn't like those figures.
Yeah.
I mean, the only figures I liked from that one was the Psycho Rangers.
Those were great.
Because
but the rest had
you can't see the muscles on them, but like everybody else has muscly bodies, and that's just not my thing, man. It's like Power Rangers on steroids.
Yeah. A bunch of people, Reckless Fox said, Bandai been slipping for a while. If Hasbro does a crossover with PR and Transformers, I might put a second mortgage out on the house. I mean, if they were to do
it's
Transformers inspired by Megazords, oh my god.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying is that, Hasbro does this a lot. They listen to the fans and they like the fan ideas, and I don't know how Hasbro operates, but like they get their heads together and they're like, hey, let's pitch this idea and see what the fans think. And depending on our opinion, that's what they go with. They listen to us, and it's great.
I think what's so great is I saw all across Instagram and Facebook and YouTube, everyone just like thanking Hasbro and letting them know, because that's what we need to do. We need to let Hasbro know that they did a good job.
Yeah, and I've been hashtagging them a lot on Instagram.
So, I mean, think about it. They just spent all this money. They're gambling. They're not sure how we're feeling about things. And then Toy Fair comes, and all of us are
surprise!
We're like, I was expecting a couple toys. I was not expecting like so many like different, like all the play school, and then all the lightning figures, and then the backpack and shirts and hats, and like they brought it.
Honestly, like we got to look at the White Ranger figure at Power Morphicon, and I was just like, you know what? It's great. It's not an SH figure art, but it's a great figure. But I was really bummed out because I'm like, they're gonna start with Mighty Morphin again. Great.
And then bam, here comes Brennan.
Bam, there's Dino Charge, SPD, and I was just like, oh man, that Doggy Kruger looks cool.
I mean, it's kind of like you can't not get them all.
The Shadow Ranger.
And then Goldar. I do hope that Hasbro is smart about how many they release, because I know that was a huge problem with Bandai. They'd release like a couple, and then they'd sell out, and then they would release a whole bunch, and then
Nobody
couple. I don't know. I don't know what they were doing, but let's just hope that now Hasbro is just like, here you guys go. But they did offer pre-orders, so I think they're like gauging the excitement, but
I think they're pitching us. They're feeding us like these little things.
But
and
now
like,
they
okay,
know. They know
like
now
this.
that they got us.
This. Let's give them some more now.
So Craven Spider said, "Oh, that backpack is gonna be an absolute yes for me."
Yes.
I think that backpack is gonna be a yes for so many people.
I think so too. It's a yes for me. I want it.
So Ryomi04 said it's a great time to be a Power Rangers fan. It is. I feel like
last year was also a great time. You know, we got the Power Rangers movie. We all got hyped. We got some legacy items.
That was like 2 years ago. It's been a while.
Yeah. You know, it's a good generation right now.
Yeah, it was a good time because we did have the movie and like PMC, but with the property how it was being handled, that I think is what we were like, come on, like don't treat our baby like this. So now we're like, it's like it got adopted and we're like, yes, they know what they're doing. Someone said it's a good year for PR fans. That is true. And then someone reminded me that it was Play School. So thank you, Darth Wren, because I forgot the name. It's Play School Toys. James Porter said the fact that Wild Force is getting a Play School set shows that someone at Hasbro has a crazy love for Wild Force out of nowhere. I mean, there's Power Ranger fans, you would never know like what people.
Well, I mean, we went to go see the Lego movie again, and I was wearing my Lost Galaxy morpher just because, you know, I was like, hey, I want to take a morpher. And you know, when I was, you know, getting my ticket checked, the guy goes, hey man, that's a cool morpher. And, you know, it's not Mighty Morphin, you know, so I was just really surprised. I'm like, oh, he recognized it's a Power Rangers morpher. That's awesome.
You never know when you're doing fans.
Yeah, you know, it's great that they're acknowledging that Mighty Morphin isn't the only Power Ranger series out there.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. We're worried we didn't want to start from the beginning and have to collect in order all over because so many people have favorite seasons that are way down the line, like
Lost Galaxy,
Ninja Storm, like a bunch of our friends love RPM. Like it would suck if we had to start from the beginning and then just wait, but now thanks to Hasbro, we all can have like getting like our favorite characters across different seasons.
Yeah, agreed. And it goes to show as well that like you know, Bandai never touched Turbo. You know, the last morpher that was legacy that we got was Zeo. You know, what happened to Turbo? What happened to In Space? What happened to Lost Galaxy? They just, you know, I don't know what their focus was. I know the sales weren't that great, but it goes to show again, like, why weren't the sales great? You know, the last thing that we got was the Gold Zeo morpher, and the Gold Zeo staff. But then, you know, Turbo was never touched. You know,
it was so hard to find things and then wait so long in between things. I feel like when they did release the cool stuff, it was kind of because we had already been like, oh, whatever, and then they'd be like, no, come back, like we have this. Let's see. Okay, this is I feel like we all feel like this. So Ryan Earl Thomas said, I hope we get the Dino Charger, Dino Thunder, and MMPR and Beast Mormor team up. I mean, we can only hope, right?
That is something that, you know, even
Brennan's been wanting that forever.
Brennan's been wanting, you know, and he felt like the anniversary episode, this is something that he should talk about on his YouTube channel.
Yes, everyone go tell Brennan.
You guys should all like just bomb Brennan with the question of like, hey, why weren't you in the anniversary for Ninja Steel? Because I feel like he should talk about that. You know, he felt like after the anniversary episode, that was it. You know, he wasn't going to be able to come back, you know, and do that cool, you know, 3 dinos team up. And, you know, but now Beast Morphers is a thing, you know, so,
and
you know.
The Hasbro came out with his toy first.
And yeah, that's true.
So maybe they're planning something like, here's Tyler, don't forget him. And then, I mean, we never know what they're thinking. They could be secretly watching us right now talk about this, so.
You know, and if you guys don't know, but in the Super Sentai crossover movie, it was between Kyoryuger and Go Buster. That's where it happened, and since right now the season that's going to be on TV is going to be
Beast Morphers,
it'd be awesome to have that team up. You know,
this would be like the best thing they can do. Like, we're Hasbro, we got this property, and we're listening to you guys. Like, I don't know. I think it would. I'd cry probably. I don't know. Let's see. So we got Reckless Fox said, when it comes to marketing, you can count on Hasbro. It's something Bandai could never get a handle of, which is true. I think Hasbro knows how to market something. Like they're so good at that. I can't even remember Bandai's commercials for the toys.
There were, I don't know. It's just that they've been touched, just on Nickelodeon. But Toku Kid actually mentioned something. He said that he doubts that any of the MMPR actors will ever come back besides JDF. That's true, and I also agree with that. But I would like to also say that Brennan brings out a great point. The great point that Brennan said is, you don't need the actors to be there. You can do what Super Sentai does. Show the Rangers and have somebody voice over the Rangers. I mean, they did it with the Zeomorphers,
Yeah, true.
They did it with the Zeomorphers. That's not actually the actors, yelling out their names on the morphers.
Yeah.
And
I mean, for every anniversary we ever get, it's like we have a couple actors and everyone else is just in helmet and not talking. So
and it's like, okay, you could have maybe have JDF come out in it, but you don't need to see Jason, you don't need to see Billy, Zach, or Trini, or Kimberly in there. You could just have the suits on and have people voice over, have other voice actors voice over them, and we'll get that team up.
Yeah. Plus, once we see them all doing their morph collectively, and then the fire comes out, the fireworks, then who cares? Just seeing all those teams together, it's, I don't know, that's just awesome.
And I think when Brennan told me that, I was just like, he's right. He's right.
I never thought about it until he pointed it out.
The only other issue that happened with Saban Power Rangers was that when they did the Super Mega Force, I've heard so many things about the Super Mega Force.
Yeah.
It was a mess, but some actors asked for a lot of money, and just because they asked for a lot of money, they didn't get reached back, and they just got blacklisted, or they just didn't call them back. There's other actors that just said, "Oh, how much are we getting paid for this?" And the same thing, no response. And then you have the actors that got flown over, we all saw all those behind the scenes pictures, and then you see the episode and they only have one line.
Yeah.
One line.
That was a bummer.
And you're there and you're just like, what happened? If they can fly these actors out there for one line, you can have a crossover episode without the actors and have somebody voice over the Ranger, and you'll be fine.
Yeah.
You'll save so much money on flying people out and just pay actors to voice over. It's that easy. I'm just saying. It's just my opinion.
We're just trying to make it happen.
I just want some crossovers to happen, Yeah. And then and Ninja Steel did their episode, and believe me, it was a cool episode. I liked the episode. It was a good episode. I feel the story could have been way different, and it would have been great, but it wasn't great. But they made it work, and the actors got more than just one line. So
well, I mean, I feel like Kat deserved more lines, but that's just me. This is my opinion.
But
so we got a super chat from Blaze Hunter. Thank you, Blaze Hunter.
Blaze Hunter.
He said, "What Ranger toys do you think Hasbro will make in the near future? I'm hoping they remake some old weapons. I'm hoping that they come out with maybe." I don't know. See, this is where it gets tricky. Do they come out with one weapon from random seasons, or do they do a whole team of weapons?
I think as a company that is focused on toy making, and the only way for you to make more toys is if the toy you make sells well. You have more money to make more toys. So I think what Hasbro might do is they might follow into the footsteps of what Bandai America did, and
do a team.
And just do the Red Ranger. Mm-hmm. I think that's what they're going to do. I know a lot of people were asking for Legacy Power Axe.
Because we wanted to combine everything.
Yeah, and it would have been great. It would have been great. Believe me, it would have been great. But it goes the same. It goes the same way that happens to the girl figures. When you have the Yellow Ranger, when you have the Pink Ranger, nobody buys them, and that doesn't just hurt the company, but it also hurts what they have in store for next,
Yeah.
for what's next. If let's say I was Bandai and I was just like, well, we're making a power sword. The power sword sells well. Yeah. Okay, cool.
But then they'd be like, well, is the power bow gonna sell well?
Yeah,
or the power axe
and
gonna sell
it's
well?
like whatever they make in sales, they
have to reinvest.
Half of it have to reinvest in it to make the other toy line. And I think what hurt them was making the figures, the legacy figures. Once in space released, there
was so many in store. No one was buying
so
yellow.
Many in store. Nobody
pink.
was selling yellow. They were all just like collecting dust on shelves because nobody wanted them. So what happens is that they don't move on in that because they lost profit.
Yeah.
And it's good for us in a way because then the price on the figure goes down because nobody's buying them.
But then we won't get future figures. Yeah. Basically. So it's all business.
The business in toy making is really hard.
Yeah.
Because all of you guys might say, "Oh man, well I buy the girls because I need them for my collection."
But we're collectors.
Yeah. And
there's also the little kids, right?
Yeah, there's the kids. And again, I think that's the other reason why having character development in a story is so important.
Yeah.
Not just for the Red Ranger or
but
the
for
Blue
all
Ranger,
of the characters.
but for the whole team.
Yeah.
Because if a little girl doesn't connect to maybe pink or yellow,
then she's gonna buy one of the other characters.
Then she's gonna connect to the Red Ranger.
Yeah.
Which is not bad. But
we want to give the team a chance.
Yeah, you want the whole team. The Power Rangers are a group of 5 or more kids,
and they all just belong together.
And again, it's so complicated. But I think Hasbro might do good with some weapons stuff. I feel they should pick up where Bandai left off. Maybe start with Turbo next or in space.
I mean, I feel like in space would be an easy sell for them. So let us know down in the comments what season you want Hasbro to work on. Hopefully, maybe they'll see comments. Who knows? You never know where. I'm sure they're doing their research on what we want. So comment below what toys you want to see, what season you want to see, what weapons you want to see. We've been on for 36 minutes, so it's time for us to...
Well, I would like to continue, reading some more comments.
Oh, yeah, let me get some
more. Because I feel like this is a great topic to talk about, I like that, you guys are so involved in this topic. And, again, I think I want to start doing some more toy reviews. I'm definitely going to look into it. I'm not going to buy everything just because... I don't like a lot of stuff. I don't like collecting toys
just for the sake.
But it's definitely something that I get asked frequently, and I would like to, do it and give you guys what you guys are asking for. So
we have people saying Hyperforce, Ocean Trident. We have I would love to see Time Force Lightning Lane. Yes, we don't have any Time Force stuff. Time Force is such a good season, and I think they deserve some time to shine.
Well, I see. That's one of the biggest problems I have. Is like I have all these seasons that I love personally, and I feel they don't shine because they get outshined by Mighty Morphin.
Yeah.
Which is not a bad thing because I love Mighty Morphin as well, but we just get so much Mighty Morphin stuff. So much. And it's just like, hey, there's all these other seasons that exist that made this franchise what it is as well, so.
Reckless Fox said, toy line wise, Mystic Force needs some love. True. Yes. I think Mystic Force was also a really good season with really cool toy design.
I love Mystic Force too.
We got Red Robin Likes Disney says, can an animated Power Ranger show with the Boom Studios be a thing sooner than we think? That would be pretty cool. Hasbro is really good at, if they don't have like a whole animated show on TV, they're really good at making like short animated series on their websites or YouTube. So I would love to see a Power Ranger animated series. I think that would be really cool.
I agree. I think that, having an animated show, especially with Boom, I think would be really great. Just for the fact that most of Hasbro shows are for kids.
And are animated.
But the stories each of these shows have this maturity of dialogue and storytelling,
and the
is
jokes
so
too.
great. That is so great, you know, not just for kids, but you know, for us adults.
Yeah, it's something that we can all like watch and enjoy together, because there's so many times where we all sit and we watch, like me and my whole family will watch Transformers together, because even though it's a cartoon, like it has such heart and the animation is really good. Hasbro is really good at animated.
Dude, My Little Pony has some
good episodes,
good
yes,
episodes,
good jokes, really
messages.
good writing,
yeah.
And the references they make to pop culture is like the best. They're really good at that. So I think an animated Power Ranger series would just be like super cool, and then there would be all those toys that they have, and then those books and coloring books and shirts. So it can just go on and on and on. Like there's so many opportunities they have. Samurai, we need a legacy fire smasher.
Agreed.
I want Hasbro
soon. Maybe soon.
They said, I want Hasbro to work on Lost Galaxy. It would be cool for them to make a Quasar Saber. That Danny would buy like 50 of them, because he'd want one for display and one for playing and one for filming, and then he'd want one for each Ranger.
I have a few Quasar Sabers, but they are not friendly.
They break really easy.
Yeah. So
Dark Rider Prime said we should get a Lightning Collection Rita, because we haven't had a good Rita figure in a long time. That is very true.
I would like to have a Rita, Astronema.
Oh my god, all the girls. Divatox.
Yes. Scorpina.
I would die if they made a Scorpina figure. I don't know if you guys know, I love the villains. I collect, every time I go to cons, I buy artwork of just the girl villains, because, you know, they're so awesome. And we don't have merch of them. Does anyone have an Astronema doll? Because I don't. But I think if they did a Lightning collection of like the girls, oh my god, I'd buy every single one.
I agree.
Like, just thinking about it right now, I'm just like, yes, I can picture them so good in my head. He said, I would also love to see Lost Galaxy. Yeah, I think Lost Galaxy is a real, like, a fan favorite. Turn the Boom comics into an animated series, that would be awesome. I mean, I'm all for that. I think that would be super cool.
I would even agree that, you know, maybe Hyperforce should have an animated series.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
I would watch it.
I'm pretty sure that it lends itself so well, because they're playing an RPG game, so their story just becomes the episode. And you know they would all do it. Like, they're so passionate about Hyperforce, you know that all of the voice actors would do it. Someone said, I would love for Hasbro to work on V-Lancers from Lightspeed and Chrono Sabers from Time Force. I used to have a Chrono Saber, and that was a long time ago.
I have a Chrono Saber, but it's like, it's a child thing.
It's like super small.
Yeah.
I think Hasbro is doing really good on their sizes of everything right now.
Prop sizes toys.
Someone said, hope they make RPM figures. Yeah, RPM is a huge fan favorite, so I feel like they need to do something RPM, because we never see anything RPM.
And maybe an RPM Transformer.
Whoops, I clicked something. Ryomi04 said, just wanted to say you guys have kept me coming back to PR, and I'm glad that Hasbro has a license. Wish you the best, and you have kept me happy in hard times. Thank you. Thank you so much for watching us.
It really means a lot. You know, I know that we've been lacking in doing skits lately, but the weather here in Los Angeles hasn't been that great.
It was snowing today, guys. I don't know if you saw. Well, if you don't know, we're in LA where it does not snow, but today in parts of LA it was snowing, which is crazy.
You know, as soon as, you know, we'll get back into it, you know, but it's great to have, you know, these live, you know, topics to talk about these things, so it's really great.
So Toku Kid said, I would love official Hasbro Dino Gems, Energems, Dino Crystals, just any Power Ranger stories, which is so true. That's the one thing.
I want the Dino Thunder bracelets, man. That's what I want.
If they start making all those things that no one else has made, that would be so cool. Like, imagine them selling like a really cool box set with all of the Dino Gems. That, I don't know, that would be really cool. Someone said, yes, Hyperforce should have an anime series. That would be pretty awesome.
You know, I think
Hyperforce all the way, dude.
I think, you know, that Hasbro should just do what, you know, Bandai Japan does, you know. They sell, you know, like the necklaces, you know, the props for cosplay. I think that'd be great.
I think that's the one thing that kind of sucks that it never got translated here, is they have all the merch of like the clothes, the costumes, and we only have Halloween costumes.
It's because, you know, in Japan it's just it's Super Sentai in Japan is just like this huge series that's, you know, parents and their kids watch, you know, and if the parents don't watch it anymore, they watched it as a kid, you know, and it's just it's what it's part of what made Japan what Japan is, you know.
Yeah. It's
So-
just a bummer that we didn't have that same experience. We got like what? I remember when I was a kid, we got like a glove with the coin that whooshed.
Hey, wait, but you know, Mighty Morphin times were different. You know, that's when it was booming with pop culture. So
Ramiro Ortiz Jr. said, I would like to see Jungle Fury. Toku Kid said, dude, imagine official Wild Zord crystals. What about a Brachio staff?
Yes, I agree.
See,
the Wild Sword crystals.
There's just so many things. Oh my god, true. Someone said Earl Gibson said Magna Defender sword. If we got all like the 6 Rangers weapons.
No, see, but that's what I'm saying. Like if Hasbro starts with Turbo and you know they do, you know, like Quasar Saber for the Red Ranger and then, you know, next month, hey, here's the Magna Defender Saber, you know.
That would be amazing.
I think Hasbro should just start where, you know,
left off.
Bandai left off with the legacy stuff, you know, but just make it Hasbro.
Yeah, they said, can you imagine Lightning Dino Gem Cuffs? I know I talk too much about Dino Thunder, but I love that season. Hey, there's about it all you want. We're all excited here. We all have like the opportunity to like dream up these things and hopefully they come true.
I want the cups too with the gem, you know. I would love to rock that.
Darth Ren said a complete set of the V weapons from Time Force. Anything Time Force. Like, I'll take anything Time Force. I can remember so clearly waking up early morning Saturday to watch Time Force. That's one of the best seasons, I think, in my opinion.
Agreed.
Crystal said, I want Navi. Unfortunately, that's a Sentai toy. I don't think we're going to get it here. I mean, who knows? You never know. They could be like, here's Navi.
I don't think so. But Navi is actually... a plushie. They have a plushie that they released in Bandai Japan, and it was a plushie of Navi, and it's like
pretty cute.
It's an adorable thing. I want it, but I can't find it anywhere, and that thing's expensive.
So Toku Kid said a Hasbro Ranger clothing line, like Terra Venture uniforms or Ranger Team jackets.
I want
our good friend Super Sentai Jackets has been trying to make American
Sentai jackets.
Sorry, I said Super Sentai Jackets. Sentai Jackets. Rich has been trying to make like American Ranger jackets.
Yeah.
And he's such a good designer, so let's all wish him luck and hope, you know, he can get that happening, because who doesn't want to have a Ranger jacket?
Same. I mean, I've made like my Ninja Storm one, I've made my Wild Force one.
Yeah. See, you have to get it made, but imagine they just released
and like the Wild Force one took me like about 2 years to make.
Yeah.
You know?
I think the closest thing we had to American jackets was whatever they had at the Disney store during the Disney era. That's all we had. But they did not fit us.
They didn't fit us, but you know, they took care of the kids, man.
Yeah. Let's see. Someone said, I want the Shadow Saber from SPD. Bat Joe 76 said Psycho Ranger swords. If we start getting villain props, like imagine Zed staff, Rita staff, like that's a game changer. If they decide to do villain stuff, because we never see that. They don't give us like villain accessories.
The Zed staff has to have duct tape on it, though.
Oh yeah.
Show accurate.
Show accurate. Yeah, Earl Gibson said I would take anything Psycho Ranger. Oh, if they came out with those little discs, what are they, like the code?
Oh, the cards.
Yes.
The transparent Psycho cards.
What if they made an Alexa, but it has the voice of Zord on it? Only new Power Ranger knowledge. No lie. I mean, people would buy it. Who doesn't want a Zordon?
Hey, man. I think like if they do some board games, you know, kind of like the Power Rangers Monopoly thing, and they had like an Alexa that's Zordon, that'd be cool.
See,
you know, there's a Pokemon
really good thing.
There's a Pokemon encyclopedia Pokeball that it tries to guess the Pokemon you're
so
thinking
they
of.
Be guess the
you know, so I mean, like they can do that. With
I think that's the really good thing that Bandai didn't have. Hasbro does games. They started with board games. So imagine all of the Power Ranger board games are gonna get like. That's going to be really cool. They better have a Forever Red chess game with like all the Forever Red pieces, because that would be super awesome. Yeah, Darth Red agreed with me. That would be cool to see villain weapons. See? I come up with good ideas sometimes that I stole from someone else. I think we are caught up in our
We've caught up with the comments. Alrighty then.
Thank you guys so much for listening to us talk about toys for almost an hour.
And, you know, you guys should just, like, you know, comment below, or like just let us know if maybe doing some unboxing of toys that is either tokusatsu or not is something you guys would like to see.
Yes, let us know down below.
Because I have a lot of stuff that I still haven't unboxed that I would like to unbox.
Yes, tons of toys, guys. Lots and lots of toys. Those are still not open. I
haven't opened these. I got these for my birthday.
Still not open.
Still not open. I can do an unboxing on these. I have a bunch of other stuff.
He's coming with more toys.
I have the Black RX Mass Rider or Kamen Rider. I have
Whoa, is that the Lightning series? Just kidding, guys.
This is the Red Ranger Bino figure that I was also given. This is the Morphin exclusive GameStop one. It's pretty cool. It's stuff that I don't know, maybe you guys might be interested in. So
I can't hold all these toys.
I also have the the SH figure Red Mighty Morphin Ranger with Jason's head and
that are still not open.
And the Green Ranger, So yeah, let me know if that's some stuff you guys would like to see. And I can probably make that possible.
Toys.
But yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in. It's awesome that you guys are still there, still listening to us talk, and still expecting some more skits. Definitely something we're working on.
They will be coming. Don't worry, guys.
Soon.
We have stuff in the works.
Let's have faith that Hasbro knows what they're doing with more future stuff. And that Beast Morphers is going to be coming out in 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's super soon. So maybe we'll stream watching it or a reaction or something. Don't worry, guys. We'll
do a video review or something of Beast Morphers. And I guess with that being said, guys, may the power protect you and stay awesome.